Hi there, Scorpio. This is Joy with Joy to the World, here to take an intuitive look into what's going on in the energy around you guys. So I've laid out the spread and have some top cards here that are breaking down in the categories as to what's going on with you guys. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a look. Here we had an animal oracle card that's supporting energy alongside that says live as a fully conscious being. It's the whale. And it's really allowing light to penetrate the full center of your being. Um, where, whales swim this way, we're erect beings. And so that channel of light passes all the way through us. And as we see, a gateway is open up above. So open your gateway now as we step into this. Open your crown chakra and the connection with your spirit and your guides to guide you into the truth and the wisdom that you need for your life and your specific journey. I look to provide information here only and my perspective as guides and road signs along your pathway to help you see what's available. Okay? So with that, let's jump on in. Here in the first row, because I find the energy moves this way. So we're starting here. Here we have the truth upside down. Okay, so I'm going to step into the first card before I call that what it is. But I know what I'm perceiving, so let's take a look. Okay, the temple path. Yes. So the truth being upside down, is truth is coming in. Truth is trying to come in, which is great that the whale is here, encouraging you to open your crown chakra more. Maybe you've been through a mistrust or a distrustful situation here recently, and that I'm perceiving has caused you to sort of close down the hatch at the top. And this is where source comes in, which is pure and divine and totally for you and supportive of you. So let's go from there, because this says the temple path, all right? And we can see these divine beings, these lights, trying to come in here. Do you see them moving around kind of like fireflies? They're wanting in. They're trying to get in, and they're coming towards you through a natural course. They're coming to you in an orderly manner. They're coming to you correctly is the best way to say it here. So either these are familiar energy to you, they're benevolent beings, it's thing that's working in your behalf. But I see that there's just a slight there's just a little touch of dimness going on one of your poles in your polarity. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make note of that right there, that should you choose to, that be restored fully back, that where you kind of were taxed or diminished in your energy from that distrustful situation, that you regain your strength and your energy and your power from it. Okay, and we see this in agreement with the whale card here, because on the bottom half you see the spiral. Okay, that's how it's trying to get to you. You are the temple. Down here, wow, okay, this is interesting. Let's take a little peek. Wow, okay. So I was told to lay them all face down, and ironically, they're all upside down. I don't do inversions, but when they happen to come that way, I will take them as they are, as divine intervention. This is the Nine of Wands. Okay. And I clearly see the illumination here. It's making contact. It's been reaching out to you. And this is in accordance with a request that you sent out. I see it now that I've turned it upright. I see it as, so maybe it was in the last several months during Pluto direct. And when I knew Pluto retrograde was coming, I sat with the energy to understand what we would be facing with what had been being touted as a challenge. I was told that it's really a unique opportunity. It's an opportunity to receive so much of what you put out during that time, that it wasn't going to be a further taxation. It was a time to review and edit, Just like a writer, you write out your rough draft, and although you may lose pieces and parts in the edit, it's making it more concise. It's bringing it together. It's honing down your truth, making it sharp, making it clear as to what is you, which can happen after you've had a connection that was not so savory. We can lose clarity, like in this pillar, we can lose clarity. See that one pillar is sort of dim compared to the rest. We can lose some clarity about our composition, about how we're made, about who we are. And we can go through that introspection of sifting and sorting, but sometimes we are guilty of throwing part of our own self out thinking that it's defective or deficient, when really it's just that more truth, more insight need to come in through this, that prayers are being answered, your requests have been heard, and in this case, they're trying to come in. So the recommendation of the cards would be, don't be so guarded. Okay, let's take one more look. Right side up. Okay, we can see you've got your guard pretty much down, but this is still a little prickly. You've still got the side eye kind of going on, which can be very Scorpio, and that's all right. That's how you're made. And but in this case, this is divine. This is divinity. These are energies that are benevolent, meaning for your good, and often not requesting anything of you. Generally, that's the way benevolence works. It's like just forward, paying it forward, generous love and kindness and giving, moving forward towards you. Okay, so let's see what's going on down here. All right, this is number 46. This is from the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti, and we see that there is a higher way being offered to you here. So what is coming in, these benevolent energies are offering you an opportunity to level up, is what I see. And that pieces of the puzzle are being given to you. Answers are being given to you that you've been seeking. Some that were, you could wrap your mind around and verbalize and conceptualize and speak them out. Other ones were stirrings and inklings of the heart and the soul that maybe just came out in feelings, or feeling pressure or direction or guidance, that type of thing. Those puzzle pieces are being offered and coming in. And again, with the white cat here, we see the purity of spirit coming in. Both yours, that these are your pure intentions, that they are inherent to who you are, that they are part of your illumination, they're part of your temple, your structure. And just being elevated, being lifted up, and taking them with you. You're not going to lose any part of yourself. This is you with the mask off. This is you in all your glory. Okay? You in all your glory. Let's leave it there. So we're stepping into the next row we've got going on, and this is leading off with an inversion. It's called creativity. Here we've got the sun shining on these seedlings that are sprouting up, leading to the fire flower, the fire power. And let's wait and see. It's speaking to me about a good omen, a good beacon, good things coming in, even though it's inverted. But let's take a look to see a little more clarity going on. Okay, clean it up. This is number 21. Number 21. One of the other readings got it. I think it might have been... maybe it was Leo that got clean it up, and they were in need to clean up their head space. Yeah, so I'm seeing this is time for you to really sparkle and shine. It's time for, that mask to come off down here. Can you see that is your promotion, your leveling up? It's kind of like taking your silver and polishing it, right? Because we don't tend to wear tarnished silver. We don't eat off of tarnished silverware. We want it polished. We want it sparkling. We want it shiny. It's like washing your car. When you take it through the car wash, you back up and look at it and you think, looking good. Anytime we get clean or clean something up, it really creates a, leveling up, a kind of like a kinetic unction of inspiration, enthusiasm, that sort of thing. So And I see do it yourself. Okay, do it yourself. This is you to sparkle and shine. Do it for yourself. Okay, do these things for yourself and look at them through your eyes of like, not they're gonna regret it or everybody should see how good I look. No, you look at it, stand back and be like, you know, that type of thing. Sorry for being cheesy, but I'm just rolling with the energy that's coming through here. But so those are the creative seeds that are sprouting and springing forth. It's new life. It's a new vigor and a new vitality. These pieces of yourself that are coming and the leveling up is in your confidence. It's in your self-assurance of knowing who you are. No longer trying to diminish your temple and remove parts and pieces of yourself, but to bring them back and put yourself back together and to go back to the level where you come from, to be where you are, where you feel you're in your element. Okay, so let's see what's going on under your sparkly shiny self. Now remember, I think these are all upside down, right? That's the way the deck came out, but you can tell by the back why that could happen. So pretty neat. This one is number 16, the Tower. And this is the Light Seers deck. I love the Tower in this one because to me it's an act of nature. It is benevolent, kind of like the energies coming in the Temple Path number 12 up here. It's like life is working for you. It is in agreement with your energy. I'm going to leave it upside down for now, but we'll do the medicine in a minute. When you sparkle and shine for yourself, when you feel good about yourself, not because of or to show, but just that being fully in your skin, that's not so much that nature all of a sudden goes to work for you and goes, man, they've checked the boxes, they're good today, let's do these things. It's not about that. It is literally that when certain things occur like that, when your whole self is on, the aspects of yourself are fully emanating, that it's like the right conditions when a rainbow shows up, that the bend of the light going through the water, it creates that rainbow. That's kind of what's going on. It's two forces coming together in perfect harmony. That's what activates this Tower, this kind of the stripping down of the old. And in this sense, okay, that's so funny. I see y'all flushing a toilet. It's like, bye-bye, getting rid of the waste, getting rid of the parts that you did accumulate. So what you're showing me now is in your temple where you had diminished parts of yourself in order to stay, quote, whole, you took on facets of other people's personality. Maybe you thought someone was more patient or more generous, or maybe that they were more kind of talk to the hand, and you thought, I need to practice more of that. And so it was certain pieces of essence that aren't innate to you. Now, there's nothing good or bad about them, but they're suited to each person as we come. They're suited to our proclivities, to our purpose, what we're here for. But also, this is kind of coming in line with your meaning. It's the joy that you get from life, the enjoyment, the passion, the purpose, the connections, the pleasure. All right, and so as you know, that's unique to who you are. And so not only is it bringing back in the pieces of yourself, sprucing it up, getting your shine back on, going back to the level that is inherently you, to where you're in your element. But life is doing this great toilet flush. It's just taking away all that excess, all that waste, all that crap, all that stuff that you don't need. All right, because you've already taken what you need from it. You've assimilated what is valuable and pertinent to your life. Okay, so I kind of want to leave that one upside down with the flush. We turn this one right side up so that you could know that you've been hurt. But in this case, we go let nature flush that one down the drain. We're keeping it there. Now underneath we've got number 45. Let you guys take a look. Give me a second with this one. Okay, so the first thing I see in here is the golden thread. It is your divine connection. What I see you showing us here through this card is to turn down anything that is not a divine connection. It's as if right now, so there was this card that kind of came out in the pre-shuffle that's talking about like the wormhole, the loophole, the like the secret acceleration of things going where they can go faster, they do go faster. Anytime that it won't shortchange you of a life lesson, wisdom, or growth, oh, that's got my nose itching on that one, that's for sure. Then I'm all for it, you being on the fast track, okay? And in this case, this is giving a nod to that fast track of getting rid of the waste. And the waste isn't just what you've already been through. This is a note of wisdom here speaking. There's golden thread all over here. And in this case, I see this bit of a gesture as a benevolent force, as something that's working in your favor, telling you to turn down anything that is not a divine connection. And it's because right now you're going on the fast track. You're going to need to be able to maneuver rapidly and swiftly, not because of danger, but just, and not because of thrill. Okay, somebody said for the thrill. Well, I suppose if you want to, but because that's up to you. But in this case, it's like a runner, being able to move at your own pace, being able to reach some of your own personal achievements without the weight or the burdens of just domestic. And domestic doesn't mean home, but just average everyday connections. You're no longer just seeking to be connected, to be felt, to be got, to have friends. You're seeking divine connections. You're seeking elevated people, people who can be at that higher level, because as we know, when you go up a mountain, the air gets thinner there, right? So it's people who are conditioned to that environment, and to be conditioned to that environment, it's people who've all been through letting nature get rid of the waste, get rid of the excess, and who are walking in their shine. That way it does away with contentions, jealousy, competition, that sort of thing. And you can see why it puts you on the fast track. There's not all these snags and stumps and things that hinder and grab or compete for energy, because everybody's in their own element, moving at the speed of light. Okay? So I hope this is going great for you guys. Man, it's awesome to hear you doing so well. And your energy is really at that pace. I can feel how quickly you're stepping up through these levels here as we're going through the cards. It's like it's happening right now. But that's what I love about reading cards for you guys, is the gift and talent that I have is as a major manifester, and also doing the medicine to help where there are snags, blocks, or maybe stumps or things getting in the way, or old energy. So that's why sometimes they'll get turned up right, or called out as they are and put in divine order, is to just help facilitate you along. So these, in a sense, are more than just readings. I'm an energy worker. I'm a massage therapist, but I'm also an energy worker. And so while we're doing this, we're working your energy. I'm not making any specific things happen in your life. We're simply doing an energy checkup. So that's where these readings are coming from, and that's what's actually going on here. And y'all probably already know that because you're so intuitive and you're in divine step. But that's why I love this energy today. Y'all are just hitting it. You're popping. So on this one, it says dreams come true, but it's sideways. All right. So what I see is, it's like as all this divine confidence, this self-assurance comes back together, that dreams come true is about the impossible becoming possible. How? Just because you believe it to be so. It's like when hope and faith get in conjunction, it creates heaven here on earth. Lightning is, it draws earth energy upward, and it connects the two realms, because when thunder is a form of friction that rips the atmosphere, and it draws the electricity of the earth upward. So I was taught that lightning doesn't actually come down, but it goes up. And so in this sense, it's splitting open the rock. It's removing the impossibility of those hard places in your life, or what seemed impossible or insurmountable, or like, things are against you, that type of stuff. But it's kind of like pulling Excalibur from the stone. In this case, your strength is your faith, right? And your faith is that you are worth it. You are divine. Life is on your side, working on your behalf, watching out for you. Your intuition is strong and on point. At the beginning, right here, truth was coming in. So we did away with those concepts of mistrust and distrust that can often cause you to play yourself against yourself, and thus turn the tide of the table to of any connection to be you at the disadvantage. And I don't like that. But I like how y'all have moved through this and shown me how you're doing it differently. So we get to see what your divine self is coming on through to make the impossible possible right here. Ooh, I love it. It's number 47, which goes to 11, which again is that intuitive power that you have. But what we see here, it's called Go the Distance. What we see here is the cheetah, the fastest creature on earth. And look, going so fast, he's breaking into particles. That is fantastic. And we see the checkered flag, okay? Last lap. So that is coming in. When this says last lap, that is coming in and coming into you. So you're about to wrap up that energy return, which is also the 7. The 7 is your energy returning to yourself. And you had to make the room, thus flushing away the waste, like old mindsets. You return to sender, and you label it unopened, sending that back. Don't want any of that. That's not addressed to me. You've called in that new energy, spruced yourself up, and it's coming in quickly. It's coming in quickly here. And because it's been barren, because that's part of what you're showing me. Interesting. What you're showing me about impossibilities becoming possible, it's like a barren wasteland. It's not always just the mountain. Sometimes it's just bleakness. It could seem bleak. It could seem hopeless. That's the situations, okay, where it's coming in here. So the situations in your life that seem bleak or hopeless or arid or dry, like ain't nothing happening there, ain't anything ever going to happen there, that type of thing. Well, the cheetah's here to tell a different story, because what I see happening as you're running so fast that these particles and bits are coming off, it is like the stardust and the clean it up and the shine. It's like you're scattering stars all over this barren wasteland, and those stars are going to, whoa, that's intense. That's intense energy. Okay, I'm just going to enjoy that for a second. So you've sown your seeds in that desert, in that wasteland, in that land of impossibility that was bleak, hopeless. It seemed like nothing could ever grow there. Nothing good could ever come from it. Not true. You're made of the stars. And your dreams are worthy of being born. Your beautiful dreams, your best dreams coming true. And it's going to take that wasteland and cause it to flourish. It's going to be full and teeming with life. It's going to have the water feature. It's going to have the greenery. It's going to have the bees pollinating and the honey and all that good stuff going on. So let's see what's up next. Oh, hey. Who knows what even happened, y'all? This one came out up right. Word. All right. Wow. Look at it. It's already happening, y'all. This is intense. This is excellent. I love it. It's sprouting already. You're major manifestors. Look at your intuition. Look at your energy. You've just been ready and waiting. And I pray this word has been the water that is causing you to sprout up and to spring forth in all your glory. Thank you, Scorpio. This is amazing. And that faith is in your hand. I see the magic in your hand and your watchful eye. You're very watchful. But now you're finally watching out about yourself. Not just having to watch out for yourself, because that was taken care of back here. You got divine beings watching out for you. And now that you have the cognizance of that decision-making process and like the confirmation of to be on your own side, to be on your own team. The stars, what you have sown during this drought, during this time period where you kept going, when you didn't think you could go anymore, when you died and resurrected, and you died and resurrected, and you went to sleep one more night and you got up one more day and you did it again, when it all seemed hopeless, when it felt dry, when you didn't even know why anymore, but something in your belly would not let go of you. And it must be precious, because it's like bringing up intense emotions. Wow. Of like how intimately and deeply and earnestly you desire this thing. For some of you, it's parts that all add up to one thing. For most of you, actually. Because look at it. They're all coming together beneath the earth. Look at all these pinnacles, all this manifestation coming together in the roots of this one tree. This one tree that you've been nurturing, and you didn't even know, because you had to finish the race. You had to cross the finish line. And it's being taken care of for you. And you're about to eat the fruit of this tree. I second that. I second that. And it's a tree of many fruits. It's like the coat of many colors. Look at these pinnacles. To me, pinnacles aren't just money. They're everything. They're the senses. They're this life. It's the pleasure that you so desire. I mean, being able to touch it, taste it, feel it, smell it. You know, you can hug it. You can put it on. You can get it and it drive. You can open your fridge and there will be food in there that you can eat, and food that you desire. What your eyes desire, because that's being at one with your soul. That's like what it was talking about back here, being whole, being all together, all the pieces and parts of yourself in one place. You are that magnificent tree. Wow. I can see it and I say, yes, you are. So this one I knew came out upside down because the backs of the cards, can you see? But I was told to leave it that way, and I haven't looked at any of these beforehand, mind you. This spread just came out and it said, leave it be. Now here we have number 33. Okay, so this is nodding to divine manifestation. This was the reason you were able to go beyond where you could. You know, resurrection is a power that's beyond ourselves. It's like spirit and those benevolent forces working on our behalf. And but you need to do your part as well. It's not that they wouldn't, they couldn't. That's the heaven on earth. You're doing the earth part, they're doing the heaven part. It's coming together. It's coming together now. You see those cherry blossoms up here? That's a sign of springtime. And the kingfisher keeps his eye on his quarry, on what he feeds upon. But here I'm seeing it it's talking about the cycles of life. You've been through a major cycle of life. So be glad. Apparently everyone has to go through this desert and to pass through it. And so it says what's past is to be no more. The tree is coming with you. I mean, okay, so really what's happening? One of these nights you're going to go to sleep and you'll wake up the next day. And this will all be like a memory. Like that. Like you'll wake up in this garden in your mind, you know, and in your heart. You'll wake up and everything's flourishing. And you're almost kind of going around and touching things and breaking a leaf to see, is it real? Pulling a little fruit off the tree is like, I don't know if I can trust this. This is kind of odd. This is kind of strange. Because everyone goes to that place, and when you're done, you're done. You'll look for it and it won't be found anymore. And it's not like you actually want this barren land. It's not like you say, I want my stars back. You were willing to shed those and to let them go, you know, not knowing why you once believed in them so much, but you knew you couldn't carry them and complete your journey. Well, they grew into the roots of this amazing tree that's you. And when you wake up from this cycle of life, it is divine genetics is what I see going on here beyond the cycle of life. In that, so what I physically see is the double helix, the going on of divine connection. Not plural. The divine genetics. Imagine if you could rearrange your own earthly genetics. Wouldn't you rid your genetics of disease? Wouldn't you rid your genetics of mental struggles? Wouldn't you rid your genetics of flaws that you perceive you had? Well, in this case, this divine connection, this cycle of life is, they're putting it's not even quotes, they're putting like bullet points on either end of that, you know, to let you know the key word here is life. This is the genetics of life. And you now hold that golden thread, that golden string that's in all these cards. Look at that. See the lightning? See the light? I hope you do. See the light, y'all? That light, that's you. That was your faith. That was your hope. The divine connection was being formed. And that's why you could get up and go again. And although you didn't see the fruits of it, my hope and prayer is that you see them now. That you go to sleep tonight after watching this and you wake up. And it may be a few more days after that, but it is my genuine hope and the desire of this channel is that this happen in people's lives around the world. Because when we're happy and we're satisfied and we're fulfilled, guess what we're doing? We're doing kindness and love and joy and generosity all across wherever we go. It's like we have a song in our heart and a skip in our step, and not even because we choose it or because maybe you're, you know, quirky like me. It's that it comes along with the turf, with the territory. I love when y'all throw your words at me. Come along with the turf. Come along with the turf and the territory. That's about leveling up, Joy. And I'm like, okay, it's a hallmark. It's a sign of beauty. So anyways, it's this divine connection, your divine genetics, that is fully connected. It's the ladder between heaven and earth, that you're always able to navigate this, and it will not be removed from you ever again. Ever again. And just know that the salve and the peace in your heart to seal this, because in order to heal, you need to seal, is that everyone has to go through the desert. Some just die there and don't get up again. They lose hope, all right? So we send just love to the way of those people out there. And often those are the ones who've caused hurt as well. But so here we're going to focus on the beauty and the life and the balance, this beautiful dance with life. I love that, y'all. And this is all in the dreams come true and the impossible being possible. Fantastic. And I get to witness this and be here and be a part of it. And hey, I'm receiving too. So let's see what's on this last row. And just so you know, we had a piggyback come out on this middle row here. So it'll be interesting to see like what boost and booster and ample up that you have there. So on this final row, we have kingship. Right, so it's about being touched by the divine. This is a gift given to you by the divine, that divine genetics that you have, that divine connection, that ladder between heaven and earth, that it is, okay, so you're saying it is the bridge. You have the bridge, so you have heaven here on earth, all right? And somehow your spirit understands that. So mine too, let's see what's going on under here. Okay, a leg up. It's like from here to here, you've already gone a rung up on that ladder, and it's not like school, like now you're going to have to go through 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. You're going to have to go, you know, get your master's and then your PhD. It's not like that. Each thing is like, well, it's kind of like opening the first gift at a shower, you know, baby shower or wedding shower or something like that. It's just the opening of the first gift. This leg up is what I see going on here. It's really, they're showing me all the magic that's going on behind it. It's almost like you're opening the gifts of your divine helpers, your divine gifts. Okay, this goes beyond spiritual help. These are divine gifts. That it took that bridge to get them here to you. Wow. Because that's what I can see here You see under your crown, you see these? They're being bequeathed to you, given to you. They're part of your right and your authority, that as you step into your divine authority, these are coming, kind of like the 12 days of Christmas type of thing, or whatever holiday you celebrate. You know, Hanukkah, they open a gift each day. And I'm sorry if I'm not familiar with how you worship, but just know in my heart what I'm saying, okay? Each new day, new gift, and then getting to grow in the familiarity of it. But look behind them. Look behind Mama Bear and Baby Bear here. You see all this energy going on? That is what is being highlighted here. That's what you're being given a leg up into. The leg up is like assistance and help. These are things that make your journey more pleasurable, richer, fuller. I'm going to have to rewatch this one. I have rewatched them all, but this one I may have to watch a few times just to let this all sink in. And I see clearly here that life itself is carrying these for you. Like, no more burden, no more heaviness. And it's almost like a caveat that when you begin to feel heavy or you begin to feel weighed down, just step off, ease back, go do something fun, go take a break when that happens. And right when you begin to sense it, step out of the room. If it's from a group of people, go for a drive. Anything that perks you up or kind of gives you permission to be set free. You know, for some it may be a little piece of chocolate, like a Dove chocolate where you open inside and it has this sweet little saying in there. Maybe it's a smile of a friend and you call somebody up real quick, or watching a funny video. That's a little thing that they're letting me know, is it's not just the gifts that are being given, but to also have the awareness that the burden of life, meaning the heavy part, is being carried for you. So, okay, they say wash away those worries. It's almost like check it. You know, something's trying to get up in your space, check it, send it off. I mean, because that's hardcore. Check it. Check it. Check that worry. Check that worry. Thanks, man. Okay, so let's look and see what's going on up under here. Well, of course, Six of Swords. Yeah, it's like that. Well, I see it here, you know, kind of storm-tossed, and these are still some of the old mindsets, the things that nag you and get at you. It's like, but that's why it came in and talked about check it. But you've come through what you have. No, you did not mess up here with the getting rid of and the divine connections. No, this is appropriate timing, because you see she's wrapped in the scarf of divinity. We can see the red going on here, and it's you're powerfully covered. But it's just the crossing over. It's like things that seem suited here. It's just like if a boat's sinking. You start throwing out what is least important or the heaviest to you first, right? And now that you know you shouldn't have any heaviness or burden on you, and you're beginning to realize that new things are coming in, those last couple of things that you were holding on to, it could be fears, it could be worries. It seems a little bit more like security blankets here, like things that made you feel very self-assured. But it was things that did it. It wasn't necessarily what was coming from inside. But you couldn't see that until these divine gifts come and they start to open and, I say, work their magic in your life to produce that ease, that satisfaction, that knowing and seeing this new life, seeing this abundance, and seeing how it really is a new way of living, and that's happening for you. It's happening around you. That you'll shed those last couple of things that just they don't serve you any longer. Okay, I trust you get that. And so here we have number 9. Let me take another look. So basically it's saying take a bow. it's like the final act, the final performance. And in that sense, it's like having to spend your strength, your faith to that magnitude, to that level. It's like the curtain call, the final bow. It's the encore. It's that show's over, that type of thing. That no more having to exert yourself. That's no more three ring circus. Like, this is when the final mind frame, that the curtain call, the curtains close. And so all this great stuff has happened, this new world has come, but it's almost just so overwhelming, like, woo! And then shedding out that last bit of doubt and worry, and we'll find out what the clarifier is in a minute, because I realized I skipped that. But here, that it becomes easy and light, that it's no longer about how others see you. It's literally being one with yourself. Having that divine connection with yourself now. Not just with the divine, not just with, benevolent beings, but with yourself. So it's no longer having to be strong. You are strength. And when you are strength, there is no beingness to it. Okay. That's what I've been being told about the final resurrection. No longer having to be. But now you are. Okay. So here along the Six of Swords, we have the Wheel. Absolutely perfect. I mean, totally up here on this spinning top of the tarot, of the wheel of life, going round and round and doing its thing. It's like playtime for you. You see the balance of energies coming out of your hands. It's no longer what's bad or good, or is this person for me or against me, because this is taking you through all those channels that it's like woven you together. It's put you together here and your fullness and your glory. And so here, when that's done away with, it is like this comes in to replace it. You see? So, but this was necessary. Okay. Slow down. This was necessary, cleaning these out, that then you can fully see that you no longer have to be strong. It's not about having to be, because that's often for others, right? That now you just are strong. And in your strength, it's that your mind isn't having to weigh things out like that. You just know who you are, and you know what you enjoy, and you know how you operate. And life is for you. It's like, amen, yes to that. And so then we're going to just take a quick look at the bottom of the deck. So come to the edge. Look at that. Fearless. You see her so freely dancing around on that little plug of earth. It's like your own little space of yourself. I say, like, we have each have our own footprint, and everywhere we go, there we are. So it's not like you've been narrowed down to this. This is like your footprint, your signature. It's your essence of freedom and who you are, and in your truest sense and in your truest self. This is you sharing your love with the world, is by owning yourself. Owning that your place in the world. And on this row, the Light Seers deck, we have the Ace of Swords, and I love it. See that spiral of life, that double helix, that connection, your heaven here on earth. It emanates light out into the world, and you become like a beacon, like a lighthouse. And in a sense, you're telling me, it's like, I hope to revive those people that I passed in the desert, yeah. And then on this final row, number 23. Magnificent. You are the tree of life. You see how the birds lay their eggs in the cradle of your arms. Not only does the source of life come down in and through you, it comes down to you and for you. And that's like the Empress. That's like the abundance. This is like the sun, like the crowning card. It's all the cards. You all am. Is what my son used to say when he was little. You all am. Yeah. Yeah. And so be proud of your scars. Be proud of your learning curve and what you've grown and developed in. Don't disdain that part of yourself. That's not really what's going to be being flushed here. It's This is the hallmark of your beauty. It is the testament of your faith. It is the proof of your truth. So there we go. Testament of faith, proof of your truth is that you are real and you're certifiable. You made it through. You're now a lighthouse to others in this world just by your amness, your R-ness, not having to be strong. You just are strong, and your strength is your freedom. Your strength is knowing who you are and your self-assurance. I am ecstatic. I am ecstatic for you guys and for us all, anyone who tunes into this, to really have this awaken and come in for you. So, hey, Scorpio, that's a thumbs up for you. Hey, it's a double thumbs. Yes to this. Thank you for sharing your time with me, your wisdom, and teaching us this information, these life lessons here, and this progression of how it's working out. So, I love you. Bye for now.